Okay, so I am live on both Facebook and YouTube. And basically how this is going to work is I'm going to show you guys why those of you who actually at least believed, the whole tension between myself and Cody was real. I'm going to show you guys why you are fools. And when I say you guys, I'm not talking about you, the viewers, even though if you, the viewers, actually thought me and Cody hated each other. That's kind of convincing that we do, but we don't. So, basically, this is going to be both on YouTube and on Facebook with just 2 seconds behind each other. You're damn right, I'm using my Minion water bottle. Why? Because of the stream that I'm doing. I have some exciting news about BWC and, Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, and this piece of plastic right here has a lot to do with it. Now, why does it have a lot to do with it? Because, with all the times that I've wrestled and everything and whatnot, and, who's it's, in the first few episodes of BWC, I had this. And before we were doing BWC in the first few episodes of RCW, I've had this. Now, when I was using this in RCW, I had been using it since 2012, since we first started wrestling in 2012. And then, after that, was using this still in 2015. Well, I just want to say that if you're one of those people that likes to watch Brevard Wrestling Championship and Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, if you're watching Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, look out for a gimmick infringement upon, one of them using gimmick infringement. So, how do I begin with this? For the people that actually thought Cody and I hated each other, I'm surprised that anyone actually bought it. That they bought this garbage, they bought this junk, that, we despise one another, that we will insult each other, get under each other's skin, get very personal with this. When in reality, when we were cutting these promos on both Facebook and both on YouTube, the reason why we were cutting them is because we were actually carrying Tennessee Backyard Wrestling when it came to success. I know it gets old talking about all this. It really does get old, but when you come to think about it, when the reason why there is actually more activity on a show is because of the competition. You see, we are the competition to Tennessee Backyard Wrestling. We are the competition to Extreme Backyard Wrestling. But they don't matter right now. The EBW is not, they're the least of our worries right now because they don't have as much to do with this as Tennessee Backyard Wrestling does. So, Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, they can't hang with us when it comes to making promos. They can't hang with us when it comes to the actual wrestling. They can't hang with us when it comes to anything. Why is that, you may ask? Well, because we're more physical than they are. We are more hard-hitting. We are more extreme than they are. We're more extreme than extreme backyard wrestling is. When's the last time any of them used a steel chair against each other? When's the last time any of them busted their opponents open? When's the last time any of them threw them into a wall or maybe onto a table or onto the concrete ground? When's the last time any of them used the grass as, hard as they can? Not just saying as hard as they can, but actually taking your opponent, picking them up, and then slamming them on the ground. When's the last time any of them have done that? When is the last time that any of them have even stepped up to our levels? That's why we're not so concerned about them. That's why we're not concerned about us losing to them. And do you think that Cody would really betray Florida? Do you think he would betray a show that he was made in, that I was made in, that the show that made my YouTube channel, besides, all the 200-something gaming videos? Do you think that he would actually betray that show? Do you think he would betray the show that he created, which is RCW, and the show that I kept running for him? While he was getting shit done and while I was getting shit done, we devised something. We decided, hey, let's put this on YouTube and see what kind of views we can get. Hold on 1 second. What the fuck? That was weird. Apparently the ladies' kids are outside doing fucking whatever at their house. Anyways, that's not the point. Back to the point is that Tennessee Backyard Wrestling can't step on our level, and neither can Extreme Backyard Wrestling or EBW, or EBW Wrestling, as they like to call themselves. If they're already called Extreme Backyard Wrestling, then why would you call yourselves EBW Wrestling? That's calling yourselves Extreme Backyard Wrestling Wrestling. You're not Mr. Kennedy. You're Extreme Backyard Wrestling. Not even extreme, you're just backyard wrestling. And as for TBW, this whole thing about someone named Snell sucking up to BWC, again, I didn't know who Snell was until I looked at their name online, and I'm like, oh, that's who that person is. Yeah, no one sucks up to BWC, all right? And if they do suck up to BWC, they don't get guaranteed a position. They don't get guaranteed a spot. You see, we put so much work into this. We put so much risks and, well, literally not just so much risks, there are so many risks of injury, but we have actually injured each other with these matches. We've, injured each other in these matches or after the matches. We've injured each other. We've really injured, actually caused someone to go to the doctor. This is what happens with BWC. But Tennessee Backyard Wrestling is just nothing but full of excuses. That's all the show is, just comprised of excuses. I just find it funny how, these guys think they're so good. They're, up in the top. When I've actually seen those conversations, I've actually seen the open chats that the Tennessee Backyard Wrestling guys have. And all they are just immature 18-year-old high schoolers. That's all they are. That's really all they are. You call them out, you call them as they are, and they're going to deny it. They're going to deny it over and over and over again. That's all they're good at, is just denying stuff. They can't admit when they're wrong. They can't admit when they make any mistakes or anything like that. So when Tennessee Backyard Wrestling just constantly, openly denies things, that should make you think that they're trying to compensate for something. Whatever it is, I hope not. I hope I don't really get to find out. But the fact that I've seen these conversations they have, they're so immature. I've seen a lot of them. Oh, man. I don't know if I should really, blow the fucking gasket off of this machine, man. I don't know if I should blow one of the cogs out of orbit. I don't know if I should blow one of the cogs out of its place, this is such a well-oiled machine until we came along. And when we came along, we found out a lot. There's a lot of drama that goes on with them. There's a lot of sexual conversation that goes on with them. And there is a lot of immaturity that is between them all. That's why Brevard Wrestling Championship, BWC, is better than them. That's why Rockledge Championship Wrestling, RCW, is better than them. That's why we are better than they are. Now, EBW, I haven't heard any complaints about them, so they're fine. They are the rival brand of Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, but that's not my problem. Like I said, they're not our concern. They don't have as much to do with this, as Tennessee Backyard Wrestling does. EBW is fine. Cody will probably actually have a good match with. But the funny thing is just these immature bastards think that they're just so good with all of this. They think they're so good with the wrestling, with putting together a show. Now, they may have the numbers. They may have the people. But I find it funny how myself and Cody, making these promos and making it look like we hate each other, getting so underneath each other's skin. It's funny how we are actually carrying Tennessee Backyard Wrestling. We are the reason that they have a lot more views now. We are the ones who can actually tell a great story and got them involved, which got their channel more views. But guess what? That's because it was myself and Cody, not Tennessee Backyard Wrestling. We are better than them in every single way possible. Oh, and as I was saying before on Facebook, yeah, you guys as well, that gimmick infringement thing, be on the lookout for it. Just watch their new channel. You'll see what I mean soon. Or no, their new channel. Watch their new episode that they're going to release. You'll see what I mean soon. Now, if there is any questions that anybody wants to ask, I am free to answer because I think I just cleared the air. And if I didn't clear the air, I could tell some more dirty secrets. But that's not for now. That's just until after it comes out. So if there's anybody on YouTube, anybody on Facebook that wants to answer the questions, I will gladly, ask the questions, I will gladly answer them. Unless it's anyone from BWC, or not BWC, well, you guys too, but anybody from TBW, and I do have to say, with all due respect to Roddy Piper, Hot Rod, just when they think that they have all the answers, I change the questions. Now, if anybody would like to ask questions, feel free to. I'm going to give it a minute in case anybody does, but nobody usually does. So fuck those who usually don't, and fuck those who usually don't really, decide to take part in it. No? Good. So I get to spill some more dirt on the people at TVW. Or should I? Cody, I want you to actually... shit, I don't think Cody can message me. Cody, if you can watch on the Facebook live feed, and I want you to message me or comment in the YouTube one what you want me to say about these guys, because I know like weeks of promos gets old, but I really want to spill the dirt on these guys. I don't trust them, I don't like them, and I sure as hell am not going to support their channel. So... go ahead, someone give me some dirt to spill, because I am just in that mood tonight. I am in the mood for going off. I've seen some pictures, I've seen some things, and I can tell you, I do not like it. Oh, and if you don't notice, I have RCW going on in the background. So, they're going to be pissed. They're going to be so pissed that I said all this. You know, that's one of the reasons why I actually left the group chat. It's because the immaturity of it, the sexual content of it, or the sexual talks about it, or whatever the fuck it is. And the drama that they had, that they talked about, that they had, they keep going, they're getting into arguments and everything, it's just ridiculous. Like, why would someone want to stay in a group chat with it? Why would you want to add someone, and then when they leave because of it, you say, why did you leave? Someone's going to make up an excuse until they have to come out with the truth. Of course I'm going to tell you why I'm going to leave. Just not exactly right now. So, yeah. So, anyways, I'm expecting them to copy my gimmick. Both of them. Sean's gimmick. Cody's gimmick. Avery's gimmick, which I guess is just a huge losing streak. That's all I know for now. It's just, these guys have nothing on us. They have nothing on Sean. They have nothing on me. They have nothing on Cody. They have nothing on Avery. They have nothing on Ty. They have nothing on us. These guys haven't actually put in the risk of these, videos, of these shows, of just whatever it is that we like to do. The wrestling, the promos, the talking, the yapping, flapping of the gums, crushing of bones on bodies and chairs and, random shit like that. When's the last time these guys have actually used weapons, made contact with them? And I mean real fucking pro wrestling contact with them. When's the last time these guys have gotten their backs injured from it? When's the last time they went to the doctor for any injuries? For any injuries due to the wrestling? When's the last time these guys have taken a steel chair shot to the head? Straight up to the head. When's the last time they twisted their knee out of place and had to stop wrestling for some time because of the injuries? When's the last time they kept going during a match with a fucking injury? I may like to cut long promos, and I might like to talk a lot. I do love to wrestle, but the funny thing is when it comes to certain things, certain pieces of information that you decide to talk about, when it comes to certain pieces of information, you don't have to back those up. If you're letting out information, you don't have to back them up when it comes to wrestling. As long as you have some kind of proof, there you go. But we have all the proof we need. Now, I can't wait to see your little... No, actually, it's kind of funny how... And I can't believe I just forgot about this. It's kind of funny how as soon as... Cody and I cut our promos against each other, the guys stop responding to me, but they still respond to Cody. So why don't you go ahead and tell me how that works? Yeah, everyone really did buy, the idea that we're actually hating each other. Thank you for that, Cody. That is Cody leaving a comment on the YouTube stream. People actually bought all of this. They bought this hatred, this self-hatred. Not self-hatred. They bought this hatred. They think that, they are going to turn against each other, wow, like they're saying stuff that's really personal. Yeah, we said stuff that's really personal just to get you guys to actually believe it. Like, it's just, I find it just so funny how they want to, again, just be these guys that say, all right, well, after all this, we're just not responding to them. They haven't responded to us. They left us in the shadows. But here's the thing: is that you never ever turn your back on an enemy, an opponent, or competition. You never turn your back on them because shit will go bad real fast, and I mean real fast. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. As for you, Tennessee Backyard Wrestling, I just got one thing to say to you. Well, give me 1 second. Finishing that live video for Facebook because I just want to keep this part strictly to YouTube. For the guys at Tennessee Backyard Wrestling and Extreme Backyard Wrestling, you can't hang with us. You can't get to our level. You'll never be able to get to our level. You'll never be able to be called professionals. And if you are called professionals with this, with whatever it is that you're doing, the kind of wrestling you're doing, if you call yourselves professionals, you're just a disgrace to every single bit of professional wrestling that there is. You are not worth it. You are not worth any time. The only reason why your channels will get more views is because of myself and Cody and BWC and RCW. It's because we know how to really bring in views. We know how to tell a story. We know how to wrestle. You guys should just give up your channel. You're not worth it.